Hey everyone, today's video is finally going to be my 50 random facts about me tag video. I have been writing down facts for months and months and months, and then I've kind of finally completed it and then I forgot about it. So here we are, 50 random facts about me. Hopefully it won't be too long, but yeah, let's get started. I love cheese. I absolutely love cheese. I could eat cheese on anything. You can give me whatever and I can probably put cheese on it and enjoy it. Something really funny about me is probably a need thing. I always have to say goodnight to someone before I go to bed. Like if I'm talking to someone in a conversation, I have anxiety if I don't say goodbye. I'm extremely afraid of moths. I don't really like insects in general, but something about moths just freaks me out. The way that they fly and they just explode into dust just doesn't work for me. I am absolutely obsessed with getting bruises and having bruises and just bruises in general. It's really weird, but I like bruises. I never turn off my laptop. I know it's really bad for it, but I just never turn it off. I just close it. I drop everything. That's why I have a heavy duty case on my iPhone, and my 3DS has a case because I drop everything. I could worry about anything. Like, you give me a topic and I could find something to be worried about. I could happily live for the rest of my life only eating popcorn. I've always wanted to be in Playboy or Penthouse or some sort of nude glamour modelling, even though I don't even have very good self-esteem. Something about me has always wanted to do that, and it's still something that I wish I could do in my lifetime, but being a teacher, that's obviously not a possibility for me. 3D movies always give me headaches. I don't know if it's the actual glasses or the movement I don't even know. They always make me feel sick. I'm a terrible person and I forget to wish people happy birthday on Facebook. I have a little heart attack whenever I hear anybody say the name Olivia in public, which is really bad because there are so many Olivias in the world. It's a really common name. Whenever I hear it, I freak out and want to hide because I think people are calling my name. I feel like I get along better with guys. In my earlier years, when I was younger, I feel like I used to be afraid of being friends with guys, but especially since I've gotten a boyfriend and I've kind of not gotten to know his friends, but I'm friends with his friends, I find it a lot easier to talk to guys than I do girls, and I prefer to be friends with guys than girls because girls are too traumatic. And one of my biggest regrets from my childhood was quitting gymnastics. I seriously exaggerate everything ever. I bet you guys in this video I would have exaggerated at least 5 things in conversation. I'll just over exaggerate everything. I took 100,000, no, I took 10, but that was more than normal, so I exaggerate everything. I don't like drinking from plastic bottles, and also I don't like drinking bottled water, so I guess it's a 2-in-1 fact. I hate drinking bottled water, but once that water is gone I can drink from the bottle. I just don't like the taste of bottled water. One of my biggest dreams in life was always to work in forensics, but I'm not doing that with my life. In my kind of family and friend group and whatever, I am that person who knows all of the annoying random facts about anything that nobody cares about and that are generally not useful in life unless you go into a bar quiz. I grind my teeth when I sleep. I have no conscious thought or anything about it apart from the fact that my teeth chip because I grind my teeth. I'm really bad with directions and depth perception and all stuff like that. If I'm at lights and there's a car that's kind of close to being in the middle of the intersection, I can't tell whether or not I should go behind it because I'm scared I'm going to hang out in the middle of the road. I have no sense of depth perception or directions, no matter how many times I go somewhere. Unless it's from my house to somewhere that I go all the time, I'm never going to remember it. Sometimes I think that I'm really cool, awesome, amazing, beautiful, sexy, attractive, hot shit. I just think that I'm thebomb.com sometimes. My feet are a size 7 to 8, and that is New Zealand size, so I don't know if that's different to American sizing. I don't know, but I'm a 38, 39, 37 in European sizing. I still have my Bebo account from when I think I probably quit Bebo when I was maybe 15 or 16. Still have my Bebo with all of my photos and comments and everything on it, and it's fun to go back and laugh at yourself. I've only really been drunk less than 5 times in my life, and I've only been really drunk once. It's just not my jam. Very rarely drink alcohol now. It's just, well, to me, I see it as a waste of money, and I have just as much fun with or without alcohol. I am a B to B plus student at university, but at high school I was probably in the same kind of grading. I was probably a C minus to a C student, so you can see how different New Zealand schooling and New Zealand universities are graded. Other than my fear of moths, my next biggest fear is change, when anything could potentially change, or if anything is changing, or if new things are coming around. It just terrifies me. It scares me and it makes me anxious. I'm a very weird person. You guys get snippets of my weirdness, especially in I've only done 1 or 2 blooper reels, but in stuff like that you see a snip of how weird I am, but I'm seriously so weird. I don't know how people like me. I'm so bizarre. I've actually never been to a concert. The only concert-ish thing that I went to was like a free concert at my school, which I wouldn't even consider a concert because it was more like a performance, which yeah, it's not a concert. Sometimes I have like night terrors, not like crazy ones where I like punch people and stuff, but like I'll freak out in my sleep and then Corporal will be like, let me wake up, and I'll be like, yeah, and just freak out. Night terrors, on occasion, maybe like 2 a year, but I do have them sometimes. I've actually never been camping in my entire life. I've never been in a tent and camped out. I've also never been to the snow, so yeah. This is probably my favourite random fact that I have, is that I really like butts. Like guys, you know, guys like boobs, and some people like lips, and some people just look at faces. I love butts, like boy butts, girl butts, not talking like children, like men's butts, women's butts. I just love butts. Like chances are if you have a nice butt and you're walking in front of me, I will gawk at your butt like a guy will gawk at a butt. I talk much louder than I should, and it's not even like because I'm trying to be loud, it's just like I don't know how loud I'm talking, and people call me out about it all the time, and it really annoys me and it makes me really mad, but I just don't know that I'm talking loud, but apparently I'm shouting all the time. Most of the time I'd actually rather stay home and just play video games and watch TV shows than go out and party, because it's just not my scene, as I mentioned earlier. I'm really bad at cleaning my room, as you can probably tell by the background of my videos. I'm also a hoarder. Not actually, but I also hate throwing stuff away, so it doesn't help with my messiness. I have a really short temper, especially with my family. I don't know why that is, but I have a really short temper, and it has gotten better, definitely, since I left high school. It's gotten better, but I still have a really bad temper. But luckily that doesn't kind of happen when I'm teaching, which is good, otherwise kids would get yelled at like 24/7. I only just started watching Breaking Bad, and I still haven't started watching Game of Thrones, but we'll get there in the end. I'm just starting to watch TV shows now, because just recently I got into watching TV shows. It's like my big obsession in life. Driving at night time makes me really nervous. I do drive at night quite a lot because, long story short, I drive my boyfriends all the time at night time for the next week, if that makes sense, because I stay there like half the week or whatever. So I hate driving at night. I always go really slow and I hate it. I'm actually making a new channel on YouTube to kind of like pursue a different area of YouTube, and if you guys have been watching me for a while, you'll know, probably have an idea of what that is, but I'm not leaving this channel. I'm just going to start pursuing something else, and when that kicks off I will let you guys know and you can check it out. I've actually never been to the South Island of New Zealand. If you guys didn't know, don't have a good geography of New Zealand, which I wouldn't blame you. Got a North Island and a South Island. This was the North Island. I'm like right up near the top, and I've never been to the South Island, and I haven't really been anywhere in New Zealand. I've been to maybe 5 places and that's it, which is pretty sad considering I'm almost 20. I'm a very indecisive and stubborn person. Like I find it hard to make decisions, but at the same time stuff needs to be so organised. Like if plans aren't organised, I seriously can't deal with it. It makes me like angry and anxious, and just this is not a good time. I quite often find myself worrying too much about the future and not enough about the present. Like I'll be really concerned about what's happening at the end of the year more so than what's happening now, so I kind of get distracted, but it's something that I need to work on. Also, this is a bonus fact, but I'm also like using my hands too much in this video and I'm not feeling it, so I'm sorry that I'm like flare. I apologise. My first ever pet was a budgie, and his name was Iago, which is the budgie's name from Aladdin, which, funny fact, was also my favourite movie as a child. I love beef. I like all kinds of meat except for seafood, if you would consider that meat, but beef is my jam. I could eat mince every day and be happy. I love steak. Just beef is my favourite. We're actually having beef for dinner tonight. I'm so hyped. I just love meat, like meat every day. I can't twerk at all, nor can I dance. If you guys have been watching me for a while, I talk about it all the time. I seriously just can't dance, gives me anxiety, cannot do it. Can't dance. Just disgusting. Especially twerking. Twerking just doesn't work. I can't move my body. It just doesn't work. I get way too attached to TV shows. I can't think of one that's like an example without ruining a show, but for example, there was a show that I watched last year, and there was like a character I didn't really even like that much. Like he annoyed me. But then he died at the end of the season, and I was like, oh my god, I just cried and cried and cried, and then my boyfriend keeps showing me that scene because he thinks it's really funny, and it just makes me want to cry. Like I get overly attached to TV shows. Like they are fictional characters, Olivia, do not cry when they die, but every single time I cry. YouTube as a whole makes me really happy and just makes me feel so positive, and I love having subscribers to talk to and all that. Sometimes it makes me really down and I lose a lot of motivation. Since I've got a whole bunch of new subscribers, I'm so hyped and motivated to like bring out content to all the new people. My #1 goal in life, and it has been this my entire life, is to grow up and have a family and have kids. I only really want 2 kids, 3 kids max, because my plan is to have a boy and a girl. Since meeting my boyfriend over 2 years ago, I've been a massive movie and TV show fan. I also got really into anime, but before then, like, I don't even know what interested me in life. Like, I think back and I was like, I wasn't even passionate about anything. It's really weird. I must have been passionate about, like, talking to my friends, because I met him when I was like 16 or 17, so I was probably real like angsty. And my final fact is that if I'm ever in like an unfamiliar environment, if I know I'm going into like an unfamiliar environment where I don't know people, or you know, stuff is different, I get really nervous and anxious, and it scares me because I'm a really shy person. Like, as you guys can see in videos, I'm totally not shy, and I'm like up in your face and I'm like flailing my arms around and all that, but in person I'm really shy. So if you guys ever do see me, definitely come up to me, but don't expect me to be this rambunctious in person, because I am really shy. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. The main reason why I wanted to film this now rather than later is because, as I mentioned a little bit earlier in one of the facts, is that I got a bunch of new subscribers lately, and I'm seriously so thankful for you guys. I'm also really thankful to Shannon, because I know for a fact she gave me a huge shout out, and like, it's just so crazy how many subscribers I've gained, so thank you all for subscribing. So if you guys want to tell me a random fact about you or anything like that, post them down below. Also, if you have any questions about stuff that I didn't tell you a fact about, go for it, ask me. I love talking about myself.